Varas Amir Chand, 1837 to 1911, sprang from a noble family of Gupti Ismailis in Punjab. He was employed in a governmental department in Amritsar and retired in 1880. He inherited land from his forefathers and became one of the most famous landlords in Punjab. In 1882, Imam Aly Shah appointed him Kul Kamadia for Punjab, frontiers and few regions near Afghanistan. He performed his duties with such marked distinction that during his first visit to Amritsar in 1897, Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah appointed him Mukhi on 1st January 1897 with the title of Varas for Punjab and Frontier Province, including the regions lying on the borders of Afghanistan. He also travelled with the Imam in Sialkot between 2nd January 1897 and 11th January 1897. Varas Amir Chand visited Bombay several times. His last visit took place in the middle of 1908 and gave valuable and informative statements twice in court during the Haji Bibi case on 28 July and 29 July 1908. He is also credited to have converted a portion of the depressed class to Ismailism, as well as helping them financially to run their cottage industry. In 1911, he died at the age of 74 years. Varas Amir Chand was also consigned to collect the tithe from village to village. His task pushed him to indulge in a daily meticulous procedure, which consisted of washing his hands and fingers. And one meritorious illustration, whose equal seems to have not yet came on record, was that he made a secret will to a certain person that after the ritual bath of his dead body, he must wash his hands and fingers at least thrice with soap, so that no smell emanating from the Imam's coins remained before interment. Varas Amir Chand's son Bhagwan Das mostly served the local Jamaat in Amritsar. His son Panlal was however much active, who kept the torch of service burning. On 20th January 1914, the Imam summoned about 8 prominent leaders of the Gupti Jamaats of Punjab at his residence in Pune, in which Panlal, the father of Abu Ali, was also included to discuss the revelation of the Gupti Ismailis as Muslims in Punjab. There was a minor group of Hindus in Kabul, headed by Bairam Diyal, who professed the Ismaili faith secretly. The local Ismailis in Afghanistan, however, knew them well and deposited their tithe to them, who in turn remitted it to the Imam in Iran, then in Bombay. In 1915, Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah sent a special message through Panlal, asking them to wear Muslim costumes and assume Islamic names. The Imam's call created a salutary effect upon the people, and Mukhi Fakir Chand in Kabul was the first one to apply the Imam's recommendations. With the efforts of Panlal, the Ismailis in Kabul received a new lease of life and immersed themselves into Islamic traditions through Ismailism. On 18 November 1916, the Imam commanded them once again to submit to their faith publicly and to abandon the Hindu customs by assuming Muslim names. On that juncture, the Imam gave new names to these 8 leaders, including the names of their fathers and children. Abu Ali's father, Panlal, was named as Ali, and his grandfather, Bhagwan Das, became known as Aziz. Ali Aziz also dedicated all of his time to serve the community. He was selected as a member of the Aga Khan Golden Jubilee Celebration Committee from Punjab, whose first meeting was held on 12th October 1935 in Aga Hall, Nesbit Road, Bombay. Abu Ali, the son of Ali Aziz, the world-renowned senior missionary, was born in Amritsar, India on 21st August 1919. His early education started at the age of 4 years at a Hindu private nursery school, conducted by a Brahman Pandit. He then attended a private primary school located in the Government High School in Amritsar, and finally followed the science stream in St. Xavier College, Bombay. He also attended a madrasa to study the Quran and Hadith at the age of 7 years as an extracurricular activity. He also studied architecture, agriculture and law, notably the Islamic jurisprudence. His religious education started the moment he could sit in his grandfather's lap, the sage Kamadia Aziz Ali. In Bombay, he had the opportunity to expand his knowledge by interaction with missionaries, such as Pir Subjali, 1884 to 1938, who was his mentor from childhood, Chief Missionary Hussaini Pir Muhammad Asani, 1878 to 1951, Ibrahim Jusab Varteji, 1878 to 1953, Ali Bhai Nanji 893 to 1978, Syed Muhammad Shah. Died in 1945, Syed Munir, 1882 to 1957, Syed Mustaq Ali Didar Ali, and many others. Due to his linguistic skills, he was called upon to serve in the Civil and Military Censor Office. Incidentally, W. Ivano, 1886 to 1970, recommended his name to handle the task of scanning the public mail. Thus, he had the privilege of having worked across the table with W. Ivano for 5 years during the Second World War, 1939 to 1945. In 1938, Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah commanded him to join the Ismaili mission at the Recreation Club Institute, Bombay, and within a short time, he acquired the necessary skills and attained great proficiency in mission field. He played a key role in the arrangement of the Diamond Jubilee of the Imam in 1946 and participated in different committees. The Imam selected him to recite the Ginan after the recitation of a Quranic verse by a Syrian Ismaili on 10th March 1946 in Bombay. The Imam graciously graced him with a special robe of honor and a golden turban. The first Ismaili Mission Conference was held in the auditorium of the Aga Khan High School, Dar es Salaam, to discuss the religious education and the training of the missionaries and teachers. The Imam inaugurated the conference on 20th July 1945 and told the delegates that the Africans should no longer rely on missionaries from abroad, but produce its own manpower in their mission center. Soon after the Diamond Jubilee, the Imam ordered Abu Aly in Bombay to take over the charge of the mission center as its principal. He came to East Africa in July 1946 and was destined to attend the Diamond Jubilee celebration on 10th August 1946 in Dar es Salaam. According to the wish of the Imam, the mission center was opened on 10th May 1947 at Dar es Salaam under the administration of the Ismaili Association for Africa, Mombasa. Aly A. Abdul Hussain, the president of the Ismaili Provincial Council, Dar es Salaam, performed its inauguration ceremony. This mission center took the standing of a college, producing several trained missionaries and religious teachers. He was the president of the Muslim Association for Tangnika for 3 years, 1950 to 1953. When Tangnika liberated on 9 December 1961, the Prime Minister Rashidi Kavwa invited the Muslim ulema and scholars to assist the government in including the Muslim law to the new constitution of Tangnika. One of them was Abu Aly in Dar es Salaam, known as Sheikh Aly A. Aziz. He also exhorted Islamic education for 2 years, 1960 to 263, in the Course for Adults program under the University of Dar es Salaam. The first conference for reviewing the rites and ceremonies with the members of the Executive Council for Africa was held on 10 January 1964 in Mombasa at Count Fateh Ali Dhala's residence. Dewan Sir Ibu Pirbhai, Count Ghulam Hussain Ismail, Wazir Matli Count Mulji Najrali and Wazir Abdul Malik A. Qasim Lakha attended it. Missionary Abu Aly was also invited, including Missionary Ghulam Ali Shah, Alija Ghulam Hussain Juma Haji, Jafar Ali A. Budwani and Noor Mohammad Rehmatullah. It was followed by another conference on 24 September 1964. During the gracious visit of Hazar Imam in India at the end of 1967, he was requested to deliver ways to the Jamaats, who were extremely touched by his words. The Mukhi and Kamadia of Darkhana Jamaat, Bombay, sent their report to the Imam on 27 December 1967, to which he replied, 6th January 1968. My dear Mukhi and Kamadia, I have received your letter of 27 December, and I give my most affectionate paternal-maternal loving blessings to all my beloved spiritual children of the Bombay Darkhana Jamaat. I am very happy to hear that my Jamaats of Bombay and suburbs took a keen interest in the ways given by missionary Abu Aly in various Jamaat Khanas. Kindly convey my best paternal-maternal loving blessings to missionary Abu Aly for his devoted services during his visit to India. You should find out from the Ismaili Association of Tanzania whether missionary Aly A could tour to India every year for at least a month, if not 2 months, and then communicate the association's answer to me. He also attended the Grand Vizier Assembly in Bombay, inaugurated on 10 December 1967, and presided by Itandi Ghulam Ali S. Morani, the then president of the Ismaili Association for India. He delivered informative lectures and dealt with the question-answer session on 16 December 1967. The president prepared the report of the assembly and sent it to the Imam on 10 January 1968. The Imam replied as follows. 29 January 1968. My dear President, I have received your letter of 10 January and I have read your report with much interest. I am happy to hear that the Vizier Assembly held on the 10th December at the Dharkhana Jamaat Khana was well attended by my spiritual children, and I give my best loving blessings to all my beloved spiritual children who participated in the Vizier Assembly. I give my best paternal maternal loving blessings to the following missionaries for their devoted services to my India Jamaat. Missionary Qasim Ali MJ, Missionary Abu Ali, Missionary Nur Mohammed Rahimtullah, Missionary Nurdin Amlani. Missionary Abu Aly A. Aziz is a global itinerant and has traveled extensively. He visited Tajikistan in 1995, where 72 years before him, the famous missionary Pir Sabjali, 1884 to 1938, had set foot in 1923. There is perhaps not a single Jamaat Khana in the world where he has not delivered a ways. Behind all his success is his personality, so attractive that he won the hearts of millions who have never even seen him, but have only known his incomparable services for the Imam and Jamaats. In his missionary framework, he is seen as a creative, courageous, and patient. He is ambitious, but does not let himself be blinded by his personal interest. He labors for his faith, not for own sake. With his talent and invaluable services, he was blessed with the titles of Aly A, then Rai. He started his mission career at the age of 11 years. His life now bridges a long span of 83 years, in which more than 10,000 lectures, speeches, and deliveries are on record to his credit. Ever since the tape recorder appeared commercially at the beginning of 1950, his lectures and speeches have been preserved, which are in tune of about 3,000 audio cassettes, circulating around the world among the Ismaili Jamaats and to some extent among other communities. He also uses his poetic skills to lyrically express in Urdu his ardent love for the Imam. He is gifted with a vivid intellect, with a conspicuous literary talent. Being a man of literary genius, he gained the opportunity to carry on his literary pursuits and became a frequent contributor to different periodicals. No less than a trenchant writer, he published 19 books and booklets, and some more are forthcoming. He is well versed in English, Urdu, Persian, Arabic, Gujarati, Punjabi, Kutchi, Hindi, and Swahili. His famous works are Jashan-e Golden Jubilee, Urdu, 1936, Radde Batil, Gujarati, 1947, Anant Akdo, Gujarati TR. 1947, Jahur-i Haq, Gujarati, 1948, Majba Ismailia, Gujarati, 1948. Religious Correspondence Course, 3 volumes, Gujarati, 1948, Divine Gems, English and Kiswahili, 1955, Fohari Ya Islam, Kiswahili, 1956, Ismaili Dharmic Course, Gujarati, 1957, Christianity from its own sources, English, 1961, Pocket's Prohibition in Islam, English, 1961, Dirai Khum, Gujarati, 1969, A Brief History of Ismailism, English, 1974, etc. He is well versed in the literature of the Jinnans and steeped in the Ismaili philosophy and history. The most significant feature of his way's delivery is that he provides the materials to the Jamaat in accordance with the demand of the time, and is so lucid that the listeners remain attentive for many hours. Those who have heard him on a platform are aware of the brilliance of his unmatched oratory. After spending almost 40 years in East Africa, he now lives in Vancouver, Canada. His mission, which he has started at the age of 11 years, still continues. He also spends time replying to his many well-wishers' letters. Missionary Aly believes that a man is never too old to learn. It is good news to know that he obtained his doctorate degree of PhD on 30th April 2001 from the Senior University International, Wyoming, USA after studying for 29 months. His thesis, Miracles and Gnosis, described the life and work of Pir Satgur Nur in 200 pages. It is through his own effort that he rose from a very humble position in life to the summit of greatness.